Yo, man, what's good, YouTube, man? We back, man. We got the point people missed about Cars, man. One of my favorite Disney or Pixar movies. I don't know if it's Disney Pixar movies ever made. Cars, Toy Story, like Cars and Toy Story, probably one of my favorite. What I can watch still today. Cars 1, Cars 2, even Cars 3. Now, at first, Cars 3, I really wasn't a fan of because I didn't understand the point of view in the picture they're trying to paint us, but I understand now, you know what I'm saying? The Queen trying to help, you know what I'm saying? But Toy Story as well. Toy Story 4 is trash. Toy Story 4 is the worst. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That shit was just garbage. I think it's for like the newer generation, but me, Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, my favorite. My favorite all time is probably Toy Story 2. Probably Toy Story 2 is probably my favorite, but I like 1, 2, and 3. But 1 was kind of bland. Toy Story 2 and 3, yeah.
The ending of Cars is interesting to me for a number of
But we're
reasons.
talking about the Cars series. Cars 1 is the best one. Let's be
I've
honest.
seen plenty of people who really like this movie, plenty of people who really don't, and plenty of people who are just okay with it. But this moment is one that pretty much everyone seems to like. Throughout the movie, Lightning McQueen has been desperately trying to make it to California for the biggest race of his career that could potentially make him a racing legend.
I'll be the first rookie in history ever to win it.
Over the course of the movie, though, his priorities start to shift, and for the first time in his life, he starts to genuinely care about the people around him. Despite this, though, when the time comes to actually do the race, Lightning does pretty well, thanks in no small part to those friends. The final lap comes, and Lightning seems to be a shoo-in for the Piston Cup, which would make all of his ambitions a reality. Meanwhile, behind Lightning, Strip Weathers and Chick Hicks, resigned to the idea that neither one of them is winning at this point, are duking out in a last-ditch effort for second place. That is until Chick, as he's often known to do, takes things one step too far.
I am not coming in behind you again, old man.
Bro. When I saw this part, bro, it's like Chick. He was okay. He wasn't the best though. Like whether Dean Weathers he was nice. Dean Weathers was up. I'll take Dean Weathers over Chick any day. Chick was just. Nick was, bro, I don't know, bro. The way he did my boy Dean like that, bro, was just messed up.
Lightning, noticing what's just happened, screeches to a halt just short of the finish line, allowing Chick to overtake him and going back to give the retiring champion a dignified end to his career.
I think the king should finish his last race.
It's a nice ending that demonstrates Lightning's growth from a superficial celebrity to a more caring and respectful person. But while pretty much everyone seems to agree with me on this, there is one point that I've heard a few people bring up, even if they do still like the ending.
Okay, but like, if I was him, I would have crossed the finish line and won the race and then gone back to help the king. But I guess this is a better lesson learned or whatever.
The finish line is right there. Come on, just go an inch further. Please, Lightning.
Lightning grows a conscience at the stupidest time. A moment that should show me how much he's grown actually makes me physically angry.
It is true that Lightning helping Strip Weathers and taking the Piston Cup, which he won fair and square, are not mutually exclusive, and he could have very easily done both. But I feel like when people say that he's giving up the championship unnecessarily, they're kind of missing the point.
The Piston Cup.
At that point, bro, you understand. Remember, before that, if we're talking about Lightning before he met Maters and, you know what I'm saying, Sally and all that, before, if he didn't meet them, he would have won the race, talk this shit, dang, you know what I'm saying? But once he met them, Sally and Mater and all that, and all the people from Radiator Springs, he started understanding it's not always about Piston Cups, it's about family and all that. 'Cause at the end of the day, bro, it's not, come on, bro, it's about family, it's about caring about people. Because the one thing is, when you a dick and you act like you all that, and you talking shit to people and you putting people down, people are not gonna give a fuck about you, even if you're a legend in the sport. They're not gonna give. They're gonna talk about the bad, how you did people wrong and all that. So he had to change it. So he realized, oh, it's not about this. He changed his image. You know what I'm saying? And Cars 3, see how people, you know what I'm saying? So let's just say if he was the same way he was in Cars 1 before he met them, in Cars 3, they're gonna talk about he was mean to people. He act like he was better than everybody else. I'm gonna talk about that, not. You know what I'm saying?
To get across what I mean by this, let's take a look at what actually compels Lightning to do this. After he sees Strip Weathers sitting in pain and completely wiped out, it immediately reminds him of Doc Hudson, who he learned earlier in the film had his racing career end in a similar way. Doc was
what I mean
injured
right
during a
there.
race, and it took a pretty lasting toll on him. Not so much physically, more so in reputation.
When I finally got put together, I went back expecting a big welcome. You know what they said? Your history.
This sets up sort of the uglier side of racing that Lightning hadn't considered before. Throughout the early portions of the movie, the races are treated as this big spectacle because that is essentially what they are. They're sporting events primarily organized as entertainment for an audience. And in those events, the racers are there to impress the audience by performing feats like outrunning dozens of other cars at hundreds of miles per hour and weaving through any hazards that come their way. If done right, it seems as if they're invincible. Lightning, being relatively new to the racing circuit, has had the first impression of what that's like. He's amazing at what he does, and as a result, he has entire stadiums of people gathering to see just how amazing he is. To Lightning, this is a...
See, I kind of feel like, will they ever give us like a movie of Dean Weathers, Danica, whatever, give us that, whatever, give us a movie of Jack. I feel like Jackson Storm in Cars 3. If they ever give us a movie of Jackson Storm, how he came, like, will they do that? Like, will they give us a movie about just Jackson Storm only? I feel like they can do that. They should do that, like, called Storm. Imagine a movie that's called Storm, Pixar, Disney Pixar, Storm. Ooh, bro, imagine that. I feel like Jackson Storm should get his own movie,
reality
bro.
that he only sees getting better as his career goes
I promise you, Jackson Storm, if he ever had a movie, if they ever made a movie about Storm, it's called Storm. That show would be
on.
nice.
I mean, if he's getting this much love as a rookie, imagine how much of a god he'll no doubt become after he wins the Piston Cup. But then he gets to know Doc a little bit, and it's revealed just how fragile that love really is. Doc had similarly built up this reputation as this legendary racer and enjoyed the benefits of that for a long time. But after getting completely wrecked mid-race, he unwittingly did the one thing that can destroy that perception of him. He made it too real. All that spectacle that people loved him for and made him seem unstoppable was shattered, and from then on, nobody ever saw him as anything more than just another car who's as flawed as any other. And what's so impressive about that? And it's that shallow perception of the Piston Cup and its racers that Lightning was annoyingly playing along with. Throughout the early portions of the movie, he was showered with love and admiration from total strangers while also having an equally shallow view of the supposed riffraff that come with the gig. His only friendly interactions take the form of people heaping praise on him while he was being incredibly dismissive of anyone less remarkable than him, like his pit crew or the rusty cars that look up to him, not realizing just how easily that status of less remarkable could be.
And there's some rappers and actors just like him, like they love the spotlight, and then when it comes to real people that's not like him or is not flesh as him, he looks at them down upon. And these are people right here that make their career. Remember the girl, I think was in Snow White, she was talking shit about it. Like, what happened? Now she know. I'm trying to tell you, you better respect your fans because they the one that make your career and all that. You talk shit down them, it's over for you.
Applied to anyone, even someone like him. Fast forward to the final race of the movie, where Lightning has become a little bit wiser as to where the value in a person comes from. Lightning is in a safe position to receive everything he's always wanted, but when he sees Strip Weathers wiped out, thoughts of Doc flash into his head, in particular what happened after his wreck.
Moved right on to the next book he's standing in line.
And now it's up to Lightning if history is going to repeat itself. A multiple-time Piston Cup winner suffering a painful end to their career, only to be overshadowed by a rookie doing something impressive. In his case, being the first rookie to ever become a champion. And with the entire world watching, Lightning decides to set an example. He makes a statement to the entire world that while he's willing to race, he's not going to participate in a competition where such disregard gets rewarded.
This cocked old race car now once told me something.
It's just an empty cup.
Of course, while all that is going on, there's a certain character who doesn't seem capable of that level of reflection. Yeah! To me, this is where Chick Hicks is at his most interesting. Up until now, he was a fun, fairly one-note antagonist, which was all he really needed to be for most of the movie. It's at this point, though, when all the negative superficiality that exists in the racing circuit is taken to its absolute extreme. You know, generally, if you're in a competition that you've pretty much already lost in every way except technicality, and then the would-be winner just forfeits their guaranteed victory at the last moment, you'd probably feel a little unfulfilled. I mean, Chick was in no position to catch up to Lightning legitimately, and only won because at the race's end, he literally had no active competition. and yet he's just so pleased with himself. No consideration for how he cheated to get to second place. No acknowledgement that he's demonstrably not the most skilled racer who competed.
So
not
I'm
even
saying,
any.
I said Chick, he wasn't even that good. He was decent, but Chick was not. Nigga was trash. If we're being not completely honest, nigga was trash. Well, Lightning McQueen was doing laps around that nigga. Even Strip Brothers was. Strip Brothers was at the end of his career. But I kind of wish we could have got like a Strip Brothers type of movie to figure out how he became what he was, how he became the Dinoco, like either like a Strip Brothers movie and like a Jackson Storm movie. I feel like those would be two.
Curiosity as to why Lightning stopped short of the finish line. All that matters to him is that he's the champion, showing that he never really cared about the race. It was only ever about the glory. Not to mention, we can see that little message that Lightning was trying to send paying off in a few different ways. First, with the guy who came in last getting a massive cheer from the audience, while the Piston Cup winner is shown having such a lack of empathy and narrow-minded view of being someone of worth that he legitimately can't understand why people don't like him.
Hey, how come the only one celebrating is me, huh?
And finally, while nobody wants to give Chick any attention, look who the press do want to speak to.
Strip Brothers, McQueen.
I've made it no secret in the past that Cars is not a movie I'm overly fond of. Not that I don't like it, it's just that I don't have particularly strong feelings about it overall. But there are a select few aspects like this where I can say, I love this scene.
Don't be dissing Cars like that, gang.
Obviously, I prefer to be able to say that with every scene, like I can with so many other Pixar films. But if a movie I'm slightly indifferent about is what I have to go through to get those truly exceptional moments, then I say, so be it. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters.
Hey man, good video, man, but don't be dissing Cars like that, gang. Don't be dissing Cars like that. There's like a lot of people that don't like Cars. It's crazy. Cars is like one of the best Pixar series out there. Toy Story 2. Like, what are we talking about? Let me know down below what you think down below, man. It's your boy, Mickal, and that's, man. We out.